government absorbs 2 cities. Yeah, that Abayase. But yeah. But all that make SM say jama misika ni nyanso you said why are you vintage maybe say no
Adama me send the message mama so na me
go pass mama
me na me go pass mama one hour pass mama o ba na we din yan go bi anche
o no order me kan na mama
enti atama me mama nte wonka say sika no watwe ni nyina na wo ntua ya
say so kinedu edi ti o ye rather no pe dia me am the motor as
so ni dia
good. Yada Abayase 2 CD. In fact, ya adwene mu no mekwa ma adwene mu no nanka ebo ne bar form in the beginning no sabe Ghana for nso yenso ye ho han ye kakra nanka ye. So for me, not the imposition of the initial 1 CD any subsequent 1 CD ni nyina nanka me feel senka buy ni jaya me ye ho han ye kakra. And so or the beto so ye nyina ye ka say ne emu ye den a he should be willing and ready to remove it to say and also a honor edu ya abai na yi we yi effective Monday and so enne me ba me to fuel no fuel are usually me feel 700 and then me hit 1,000 and say we yi di and so still na ye nyina ye hwe OMC's ne prices no more demonstrating no am say still na that's so sure ye bomb price and ye mamungu na enti me mra from but me ka ko say fuel a the politics as against other issues be ye need the politics no ade a uni control or so crowd the politics thing when you know say other factors determines its volatility enti baby edu for me the 2 CD is out though but instead of 700 my usual tanker me dey failing no and then my fail 1,000 Ghana cedi minim going forward how the look is going to be but ye bomb I say never beba form Aban so me who further interventions if the thing begins to go way above ya ye hu in the year then obey eba from there ye the nyame ase ye say so say eba from a e ma name pray no hu fa be fu from some to so asa be Ghana for so ye hu han ya kakra ya na ye why esre pa now students in discipline make because so say ye kan nyina bom ana ye nkomra
mama of 15 minutes you na be manage
students in discipline nso there say be my teacher ni minti minyi mani nka se enema ekofom ekoso obi ka kire me se tete no so na sa na etie enso na social media ne advances in technology ni honti na information technology ni honti na yehu na mpanifo kra na ekọ secondary school na no mkromu ye enema ya kesesem class ye yehu that's what I was told but eno na me ni ho ne die ya yehu die sincerely speaking ye hwe ye morality e hwe ye values at home ni den there enkra ne bebre behavior no it goes beyond the normal moral systems are you know it tells me say Oman no value systems are break it down schools honum crowd and honan ke kokoji nimdie training ni adnya ke honan free all uniformed institutions crowd here sen committee me demonstrate a certain level of value system bia e ma yehu ni ehu so enei JSS for crowd bo ma teacher for obuase sectech ya ye kan yes, what's the tech? Yeah, okay. Sabi, minua Alex mo ko ho yi medumo ni ade. In those times, na sabi a technical secondary school there, but na omunye omu sre ne seida. I think that they are becoming too much of a denyo munkwa obeko boku yes secondary school bi ntokwa obeko baby secondary schools be bre omu ya becoming one thing too many. Headmaster mo hwe sabi minim ni mfia wedi there. But inti onyune hwe nkan say woto nkwa na so like odo nsabo openi hwe nkan bibia mpreke o se chale ni ami ye mia na me bo me hu dua na inti ye nyina ye beboa say teacher fo awofo moa obia moa na yesua ABCD wo school no yesua equations yesua say no mo me yesua morality ni values ni so nka ho na me exhortation wa sorry na me ka say vacation bebe obia bepe extra classes dia manema yes onsua maths ni bi nkan and onsua science ni bi nkan it is good on acquire knowledge but mon kan so na mon fa mon man so ko bible classes ni so bi because at least maths kakrako na biblical training kakrako mo be ko makranta sua the Quranic trainings ni kakran so kwa yes maths kakrabe rem English kakrabe rem science kakrabe rem we would also have some Bible Christian values kakra over the vacation period. Nti ma motie ye no ane mo ma no be extra classes ne de ba mo mpe Bible classes bi nso mfa mo nko bi obesua maths na sua science nyina awie na wonim nyame a menua chanso usu neta kana sem nipa ba wiase no wa hunu nyame a sa nipa na mfa so bi ani ne so nti yesua nimde ne ahohoro aka no mo ma ye ma Bible nkyerɛkyerɛ nso nko ye ma ne mu bi menye sure say obi a osuro nyame kakra akra wasua Bible ni e betre ne sabon headmaster da. Some of this indiscipline we can go about it very well when we introduce Bible training, Christian training. As of when you want penny for us, more organize classes in Ibi, not mass classes, because other Bible classes also, so that we can develop our value system and our younger ones will grow to become extra responsible than the level of irresponsibility now. NPP demonstration. Media the Biamina come as say dropped an allowed practice as a custodian. Custodian in good standing, a proud one, Minia Wolanyo professor, and there you didn't see a Kunyaso say Vice Chancellor, University of Cape Coast. Prof, I salute you. A very good morning to you. Your administration will be outstanding. You are a fellow. Fellows would always shine. Truth and courage will be your strength, Prof. And ope ye chiao any management in yana. Major demonstrations di. Makobi pen. Senya minua elembele keke kan. Sometimes kwa no ebwa exercise ni ade. But basically, primarily no demonstrations, rallies, assemblies and processions are a friend drop no. Ye kwaya ye fa so nso a ye de e kan nsem kire mpanimfo na say o man ni ade. Nti apart from say ye exercise bit no. Na of course me ne adwun say binum so be pese o mu de be entrenche o mu de be share o mu political ambition mo kenan nso no. My area feed the main purpose of DRAP. All demonstrations, rallies, assemblies and processions are meant to send a certain message. The government of the day must be ready to hear that message. And the person might have been in government for 8 years, but ebia ofri mu no eseto da bia wo mu a ne otie hu niema bebrese obetena eche bia wahu bibia ye de kwa adwendwene motu ho anamo ebia beboa ye nyina sebe NPP for so ye Ghana for nti emfa ne se Ghana for bi na etwe aban na adwensi bibi so Chief Justice fa ne se Ghana for bi e na ye etwe adwensi bibi so a sebe ebia won so take system ni mu no a wo na wo hwe judiciary no ebi kra na wa adwene ma so. What is the substance of the matter? The substance of the matter is that object bi wo ho a say appeals court to all the right to judgment om di ba it doesn't go beyond them. Omahwe assembly na assembly ni training na ya. Ombetimi abo assembly nyina to ego. That is the object. The object is that Attorney General Nankasa no na asem koye no wa throw on a written statement or the command court ni mu say we nya kwan amfa some further better evidence bi amfa atache. Bia no bi adwen say na there na appeals court mo kan say written statement no. Therefore man can change okay ma mo time. Mon kona mo fa all those evidence famra na mo ka say evidence beyond attached cases no. Therefore there is no attached proof beyond reasonable doubt my boss not to ego. That can be a serious issue a country will have to consider. Say written statement of the Attorney General. In fact, it is on the basis in no so appeals court. Because what true say oh here America credit are provided. No, the reason why I'm saying this is that Nana ain't me must say a high court judge will sit. Go through 78 counts. High court judge, you know, kafra, only proof beyond reasonable doubt. Doesn't she? There's a lawyer. Any proof beyond reasonable doubt. Now will be a very law school. I practice what a back akra. I bet na bench in so 19 good years, Nana. Enti onim proof beyond reasonable doubt na sebe ye si ye di intentia ye bua intentia mpo a sebe e so bua ne akwan kakra da ho enti judge timi betena se ahwe case nimpa ahwe say evidence bia ataache ampeni ampo se ma meni nkodem ajeli ni 10 years no me kra me nye lawyer kra me nye judge kra me nye sure say cardinal ubedi asema oni adanse e no agina so de ebua yi no. And I think where the problem is.
Unfortunately for me, her leadership just if you say was Sarpong. Why am I me? Minim ni pa. Minim ni pa oye.
Yes.
Nti me didn't want dance ye bia mze and you share the name.
Yeah.
Left to me alone. That woman.
Yeah. Because you see, it made me feel man the power. Minim no to send ye bia unim no.
I feel say wa.
But I can't believe myself. Say me ti way. A professor to say me. Ne bia my ye be professorial work be dia to ho. With all the science, with all the mathematics, all the studies, I minim dia to ho. Na me nyonko professor bia befa 78 was we training in emu. Na me go school here then. How is that even possible? Say me na le otra diabe mu na me so metina diabe mu nti ni ayeye no it has a certain subtle yeah, we should be sensitive because me ma na kabana nka like what is the appeals court telling me? But I don't blame the appeals court much because there is a written statement from Attorney General no kase onyamra anko further and attachments anko de be attach e bia nke say appeals court to no boas kakra mum ko fa say nkro ba in fact betia lawyer for be na dem kase ene nke say Attorney General kran so gina so a movie motion for ratification of ni sheets as an then be a lawyer for no be kan achemo onu so Attorney General so movie sa motion no appeals court so went ahead with no evidence attached. Of course, court be able to say or no there is no evidence. But na case ne so ankasa de ya ante judges now a lawyer for na menu aba said na ma name no ebeka say an case no evidence be attached. In fact, utie lawyer tia any penka deputy attorney general na they tell of evidence in writing and evidence in then and they say case no evidence attached. Ni ya manako say high court bi wo ho e wo Ghana ha na wo wiase baby ono de he doesn't care about proof beyond reasonable. There can't be a high court like that. I think there's a substance that Chief Justice must at least listen. Omo the petition called the own shame. Now no so ne dia kakra obetimi aye no onye. Then apart from the object here makanya and your paper so nkrata no, there is also the optics bit. I no so say letter ne call Jubilee House ha. Ese no so mpani for chief of staff with tie yen. Ese no so je. No so hwe kwan am so afaso because as for the object, menye sure say fa President Mahama ho. Sabi onye judge. And anyo no tena case ni so. Judge bia wondi ese asem boni nti na yema obia ne din. Enti se onso ye judge bi na fo say bibi ni na intention bi enfamfa so I know the wa wudi na be go against that. I won't blame President Mahama for any justice judgment be a baby and some one blame no. But there's also another optics bit no dear President Mahama ni NDC for pill omum pill. Yes, it's same si wo feature asem kro no ye boss ye ka pe udin bebem nyame mpangu busuafo ye ncheche mo re but ene obi obeka helicopter crash bia ka obo aseka ho because that was where the aircraft was heading towards. In the helicopter is crashing or boas no say asem si wo feature asem kron dai be boss bi e be bo din aka ho. They have a certain optical anema bi ade su de maske say omusu no ha omu kakra say ye breso judgment bi be ba akwese Chinese film amame dokunu wom ya hyehe o di ase Chinese film na ye no bi say amame dokunu wom ebesi ene ya hyehe oh me amame dokunu e de enye ye nga ye amame dokunu nti me bo di da ka say mommy enti ne e kan say ahyeha ye say ebesi
ti edu ne so obeka den
ye nyina enim ne obeka edu ne so adon kai obi ase ya nka say amame dokunu eba say ya no obeka
and as in Nigeria former I don't know aduane betwi the drug ono beka bia hwe ongu
me say Ghana film bia omu a flashback no say 40 years ago say producer na hwe na a research agenda President Mahama 2012 na ne bana ebo ho
40 years ago
so when you flashback say
40 years ago
I screen no black and white. And so now, President Mahama na bono. Na President Mahama bo have 40 years no.
Enti time aso a wusi
from. Time aso a mesi from no. Dia aspect e wo mu a enu nti se bibi ba Jubilee House as chief of staff nim penifo gino mo hwe ne say. Say the optics there is not too good. adenti na maame no twen ya appropriate time and obaye adenti no bedu ye nso no owo hin kwa took 15 days before we could record say afedie oko ade na hwan na say be judgment dane so a oba odi ka kofi. In fact say judgment do bi so a airport ho nanka if one be take it full ade of you, the optics there is not too good.
Now we name for fact so kofi.
And I may say ekoye artisema keka
me fear indeed.
Oh say obi be kan say minister ba ko
Minister Franklin Kujo
Nebeka say ha.
But Franklin Kujo doesn't speak for government.
Oh na make say me I'm not saying it for a fact too, but optics there I thought there be a perception na keka sa na e forming optics no wo ewiem. Sa na nyina builds up. Then everybody says that obekwa appeal. Okoya ye be acquitted to discharge him. Including people who don't even know the head and tail of the case. Are they changing a news item? Hey, Madam said enough acquitted and please. Chinese film mama dokunu wo mu.
Please, I finished reading your abstract. I'm okay. I want to see your methodology. Lawyer, I'm 15 minutes.
Nana.
Yes, so them how now yeah your summary part 15 minutes.
Ozikan mama fanchi akesema Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Baby obia nyamenka no number 1. Na meraho ano pay. Sunday Ghana yanhwe ni ya yanda ache no onsie. Arrogance of power. Yaza say yambo ho bana obahoyen. Ehwe abrante a okasei elembele keke na mohwe ni future in politics na so sha se kasadama na oyede ohwenza mebiye then one a wo demonstrate no cholesterol no watch one a wo kohwe why exercise. Indeed, that is arrogance of power. Cholesterol no watch one ti ena wokogu street no do no worry dede really yamin for boni nchawo amen ewu de se yereka de yan democracy no or ye under attack na dwen de amemrekudu kamebetena hei wo meche minti awelembele keke wo mechi winti prof wo mechi ninti onka winti personally nti the democracy is not an attack. It's unfortunate. What's otu onyonko a otuaduam. Democracy is under attack because say ehwe sedina tamaklo na semia edwene ho a enta se eba sam na yereka etefo mami Ghana mampanyin kufuo bay na oze ade bi ofen maslok oze bay de won fambo ehiafo bosia wontum fa bi nya adwuma no won fam pagya wana abrabom abra mampanyin kufuo firi do pe na NDC aban bay NDC aban bay no mu no ena obekfa maami a wo friend said na tamaklo atienui wadan katsena maslok wo baby a oyede wo bo ehiafo bosie ehiafo wosika o wadan man there onhwedo mami ekwan kra odi ehiafo wosika de fa do yin there oma rural bank tam Ghana fo ehiafo wosika yi de koto dan bank no mu denk won fam bobosia na bank ne be ye ne de interest odado de won fam ehiafo no dem interest no won oboro won adwe na won tase do won tum fa dem sika no fa mbo dem ehiafo no bosia enti chiri no pam no nanka sabi so interest no do ansa na yetum da bobosia nanka corporate governance na se ejisika kama a rural banker or the dam rural bank no any negotiations ama won hu kwana wo ba fado a sabe what did them sika no bobosia now so mami anya dam otam sika Ghana fo sika di koma oye rural bank no owie no bank ne ka da 1000 no mami ne se asa fa sika no bra nti anka oye de was the Maslock account no on anko de wodi sika no bottom mami ma wo so sika yi de gu efiewura bagum di shia no bacho na filling station no oji sika yi odi gu ne car boot free. I mean ebe no man no ye serious a oboboda me brei ibi a Ghana sika o onye wara said na wo sika Ghana sika ahwedo ehiafo wo sika hwedo eda to bank na bank no wakacho de sika na de ben no enyina anye negotiations inti interest na da kan wonu po no yenyim na sanye adwunbon na adwunpow na fraud na perpetuator abaye de madi na sika no po se ba banka per corporate governance structure to Maslock accounting esese ogu efiewura bagum na kejin ekehia no bachona eyi onye evidence beyond reasonable doubt no ebazi. What are we talking about as a country? Efiewura bagum na Ghana sika ekojin filling station sedina bra obo enyin Ghana fo ono NDC fo so anya bon court say court akade na court no evidence adeba ma court no ono hwe ho obu ho asemo na nyipa so prosecutor asem no yaban attorney general nti say ya adere wonran na de koto judge na nyima judge no anya no na okobachu na ho ono meza aboto na nyim no ka ho asem nti se yenhye da yenya no wonran na fa koto judge na nyim no so nka no wonran a oboka akoka no wonran because wonran na oda na nyim no ono ka ho asem and that is why yes abana bem because the AG himself is a government on no to abanfo to the extent there mo oyaro hupo kesiponye there court of appeal wa kade wa quit no wa discharge no next what's other prison. I mean contempt of court. Why can we have this in this world? It's a confused government altogether. NDC is a confused government altogether. Why can we have this? The same mamiara audi sikegu oye efiewura bag me. The same mamia ankasa went under section 35 of the Court Act. Also a court for plea bargain. She was convicted. And plea bargain, you'll be convicted before. It's naranka mpono ojene mfumpotum baby do botu yakau. She went under section 35. Enyan friend compensation and restitution. Osan susumpo Criminal and Other Offences Act 1079. She went under that. And na okonya dam plea bargain no. Hwe moye ma rohumpo yin de GPRTU fo wo bases. Wakra. What's wadaba? Enye GPRTU fo yi enye nhiem when agree on the prices. What bay bas kwere no bo oye ne 3 times the market price. What the sounds of the bases you go ha bases you or proy poto. Na nkrofa what's the warrior BB offense sensitization wa manisika there on fankoya sensitization. Them sensitization no when you to pay the charges no when you to even 20% with this kanina poto chede 78 charges no ebian ponyi wa ehwempa ebe hia reasonable beyond doubt chede oye clear how can you bachona filling station or your Maslock office, how can you transact the business bachona filling station? How can you do that as a government? Nasier Kade, the democracy is under attack. Whilst wound to me ɔmfa soso nkɔyɛ galamsey o ɔmfa excavator nkɔyɛ galamsey o legally no wakɔ a ne concession na nkasa wakɔ a ne concession legally ɛna ibi abade ɔreba abɛyɛ reclamation nti ampa soso mepɛdɛ me yɛ reclamation nti ɔde ne concession no sand the galamsey for akɔhɔ ɛma ɔnara wuntumi ne company no akonta mine no they wrote to the regional minister then the galamsey for abamasa asedo nti braba pam one ɛma the regional minister ko testify in court there ampa mede asudafo kɔ hɔ kɔ pam galamsey fo nti sɛ wuntumi pɛdɔ galamsey anko kɔ regional minister hɔ ɔkaka kyɛn the regional minister be pam galamsey fo wɔ masa asedo nkonsi enso or testify in court dem de so asudafo kɔ asase no do kapam galamsey fo edifi hɔ wuntumi wonjeli ne de sabia ɔde soso akɔbɔ fomo ana ɔde excavator akɔtutu fomo ana wama galamsey fo akɔ ɔse ɔde ne concession ama obi a wambo minister amanye ɔnante no ɔda prison 20 years ama ebi disika egufie wura bagum twom wa me twom Ghana sika pempempem opepepepepepe asese egufie wura bagum ono de onkofie no onkotene fia and you are telling me that our democracy is not under attack there even selective justice ni selective justice very sad ya ko reverse ya digi na ko reverse me ya ko 80s 90s ya ko reverse how selective justice hwe moye mawro ho ameka na awosiatu egum mponye de dem Camila Alhassania sebi ibini hienyi awraba nala odwene no ho obransa na wedidi no dibi mpahwe ne ma onya no kokko bi a watan na ne mbedi ene wakoka de sofu bi adika na kade ono onyim de NDC fukum nantwi wode hihye fom wode nantwi hihye fom sofu aka wo nti ono so sore kebi keke na se ewachi bia nka yesofu na edika nka china na sad Camila Alhassan anu ho akire nara odwene no ho na sofu na aka nti no nso kaka de NDC fukum nantwi wode hye fom nti na won wini power wakochin wadna to efiaze afekor with hard labor on sanya dwumadzen kan ho. Is our democracy not under attack? Are you telling me our democracy is not under attack? Indeed, our democracy is under attack. And say one go street no do now warrior demonstration. I commend them. Maraso super mass matter. Democracy is under attack. I'm joining them from here. I'm so sad. Nana, there, Attorney General say also we apply for stay of execution. Stay of execution is not a ruling. It's not a decision of the court. Nti say we in concert them I mean or the prison and now under prison or fear we in concert or a contempt of court even to say there say court of appeal why discharge now quit and discharge now is she is still in court in jail. That is even an offense. We're serious as a country. We need to be serious as a government. Here, Osunbra, yeah, campaign. No, Osunbra, we are governing. Say, a governor, your utterances, your demeanor, your posture must be different than their campaign. But then this, you will feel that they are still campaigning. They still think they are on their various platforms. What you did? Very, very disheartening. Very disheartening. Inti ami kakra futu kakra mazerma NDC aban na John Dramani Mahama, the president of the republic in Yide, on reflect over some of his decisions. Mamu wanyani yodium kwachi yi na akwachi catch ni at the point ebe pam hufo na boto ni beyin ebe pam hufo na boto ni beyin
mate